The anti-gang unit has been deployed to Gelvandale in Gqeberha. 5 people were killed in a mass shooting just before midnight. It's believed gunmen entered a yard and opened fire on the victims, aged between 24 and 42. Police believe the house was being used as a drug post. eNCA senior reporter Ronald Masinda has the latest.
This shooting doesn't come as a surprise in an area that has been ravaged by violent crime. I mean, only 3 weeks ago did we have the Police Minister Gqeberha here launching Operation Shanela, and many people had told the minister then that shootings occur on a daily basis. There's a lot of gang violence in the northern areas, in particular Gelvandale.
When it comes to from the police minister up until the local authorities that is here, just last week there was an incident where a young boy was shot not far from my house, and I mean it took the police almost 3 to 4 hours to show up, and I'm just staying a rock's throw from the police station. So and you know, when you speak about these things, it seems as if you just want to badmouth the police, but I mean this is the reality that we face on a daily basis as community.
Do we know at this stage as to what could have been the motive?
Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. But like you said, you know, this thing is, it doesn't matter what the motives are behind these shootings. It is an everyday occurrence for us, and it is sad as a social worker in my profession also, it seems like it's starting to get too normal. And that is where we have to draw the line here.
Was this house known as a drug den?
I do not know. I don't know that street and area that well. It is part of Gelvandale area, but I'm staying a bit far from that street, so I wouldn't know whether it was or not. Yeah.
There was a lot of attention here about 3 weeks ago when Police Minister Gqeberha came. Has it made much of a difference?
Sadly, no. Sadly, no, because I can remember even in July I was invited to a session with the Civilian Secretariat from the Police Minister's office. And I have been doing, as an academic, also work with Professor Peters from the University of the Free State with regards to getting solutions to the scourge of gangsterism they're so prevalent in our areas. At that very session, I made mention of the research done. I made mention of the articles even that we published, and the recommendations and findings of those articles that actually could inform the Secretariat and the Police Minister about possible solutions to address these things. But up until now, as we speak, I haven't heard anything back. So our communities are feeling that our lives do not matter. Our communities feel that even with the police minister being here a few weeks ago at the Gelvandale Stadium, it was really not well attended. Because, I mean, as a community leader involved in all of these things in my community, I wasn't even aware, you know, or informed. And I don't think the police or whoever was involved in the mobilization did a good job in mobilizing the communities of the northern areas which is affected by this phenomenon.
We know that the Nelson Mandela Bay Municipality Mayor Gqeberha is very passionate about the northern areas. He hails from these areas. Has it made much of a difference since he's been in office? Does he have the powers?
Look, I really don't think one person can make a difference. It is about an holistic approach. It is about partnering with the police, with the community. At this point in time, there is a trust deficit when it comes to the police and the community at large. Part of our ongoing research project was a few community dialogues that we've been holding since 2020, and we've been inviting the police because the voice of the police is always absent, you know. And we indicated that this is not a police bashing, session. We would like to hear if they have challenges, if the police are experiencing challenges in addressing these kind of incidents. You know, if they do not talk to us as the community, we will not know. And we will not know how and you know, we can work together in addressing these issues, because we also want an end to these things.